Hey, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't expect XRP to stay around these levels by the time that this video does go live. I'm recording these videos a little bit ahead of time. That way I have a little bit of downtime to really kind of just relax, let things heal up. But overall, this is crazy. Listen, this is absolutely crazy. XRP at this point has officially broken out of the dollar level. It has officially broken out of the 92-cent macro resistance level as well. At this point in time, I gotta say it, I'm dead set on just calling it. XRP has been going parabolic. Over the last 7 days, up 110%. The last 1 month, up 112%. 24-hour volume, 22.55 billion. This is insane. So we have to talk about it. We're going to be addressing a lot of things in this video. So first and foremost, welcome everyone to the channel. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. And for those that are wondering, maybe you don't know what's been happening over the last couple days, yes, I do sound a little bit rough. Yes, I sound nasally. This is because I did have some complications with a surgery that I had back in October. Basically, I had a septoplasty, and one of the stitches or so in my nose broke open, started bleeding, and it's been rough. So I do apologize if I sound a little bit rough, but we're slowly but surely getting back to, being 100%. But regardless of that, let's talk about a few things, because it's not so much about XRP's price, but let's actually look at a few things that really does matter. XRP dominance. Big shout out to Crypto Insight UK, good friend of mine in the space, hard worker. So definitely go check him out over on X. I strongly encourage everyone to join the free Discord. There's going to be a link at the top of the description below. This is one of the most valuable and informative Discords out there, and it's completely free. There's a free side that has a ton of free crypto gems, free market strategies, guides, market trends, free charts, and there's also going to be new cheat sheets dropped in this Discord. And already we have a ton of testimonials from members of the Discord that have been absolutely loving it. So what are you waiting for? Go and click the link at the top of the description below and join the free Discord. But we have, on average, XRP dominance has a continuation of around 740% when it reclaims the 1.66% level. If this plays out at current prices, this would put XRP's market cap at 444 billion, around an $8 XRP. Now, this is the overall chart. We go all the way back to, 2014 roughly. We go back to 2017, 2018. We even go back to 2020 into 2021. As we really look at what's going on here, I do expect XRP to have a significant run up in terms of dominance. Now, this is going to 14% dominance for XRP at today's market cap for the entire crypto market. I have the dominance chart open over here, and I actually have this macro trend line. This goes all the way back to 2019, by the way. This goes also back to the November 2020 spike up in the market before it tried to break out. It failed to do so. I'm sure that you guys already know why. And then, of course, we have July of 2023, where we got XRP as not a security. Again, failure to break out. The good thing is we just reclaimed the low from March of 2023. Very significant breakout here. I don't even think I need to say why. I mean, this is a big move on XRP, up about roughly 96%. It is a big gain. It's about 1.15% dominance gained over just the last 7 days. But we are sitting at about roughly 2.21%. We ran to about 2.36%. We need to actually hit this upper trend line. If we're talking about the next 2 weeks, I'll give it 2 weeks as a conservative outlook, because I actually think that this happens a lot sooner. This would be about 2.7%. Now, it's 2.7% that we get to the top of the trend line, just like we did back here in November of 2020 and also back here in July of 2023. Now, if you guys do remember, of course, April of 2021 is when XRP did go on that nice little run up with alt season. XRP did severely underperform due to the SEC. But if we look at this, it still hit about roughly 3.96%, roughly 4%. I want you guys to keep that in mind because 4% is the big thing that I'm going to be focusing on going forward. I actually want to open up a new tab real quick just to kind of show you guys why I'm focused on 4%. This is actually ADA, and this is the last two big runs for it. This goes all the way back to 2018. Again, ADA surpassing just 4% by almost 1% to 5%. And then, of course, we have the 2021 run to about roughly 4.4%. Why is this important? Well, number one, it's also in that downtrend where it's attempted to have a big breakout. Again, a lot of these charts when it comes to altcoins are trying to break out. And the reason for that being is because of Bitcoin dominance. This is Bitcoin dominance right now. I keep telling you guys, we're not yet in alt season. We aren't there yet. Until this thing has a big breakdown, we're not there yet. And that's why when we look at XRP dominance, we look at ADA dominance. Yes, they are both in a downtrend and they're waiting to break their upper trend line, aka that macro trend line going all the way back to, in ADA's case, 2021, in XRP's case, going all the way back to like 2019. So as we really look at this, this is what we want to see broken. But let's just say, for the sake of this video, and this is why I'm very conservative, say for so we go to roughly 4% on average. XRP maintains 4%. I know that Crypto Insight is talking about 14%. I'm just going off of 4% just to be conservative to show you guys why XRP right now is so special. This is a breakdown of 3 price predictions on both occasions of, one, the current market cap of crypto today sitting at about roughly 3 trillion. I'm just going to round it down to 3 trillion. 5 and 7 trillion. Why am I talking about 5 and 7 trillion? I'm talking about 5 and 7 trillion because Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, did call for 5 to 7 trillion by the end of the year. But I have also been very, very adamant about crypto hitting $5 to $7 trillion this cycle. Could we go much higher? 100%. But I like to be a little bit more conservative. The reason why I like to be conservative is because I don't want to get you guys' hopes up. And I also don't want you guys, just waiting on a price prediction that's not going to show up. The number one way to make sure that you win every single cycle is simply by taking profits on the way up at crucial levels. But this is the overall outlook in terms of XRP dominance, total market cap, XRP market cap, and then XRP's price. If we're talking about just 2.7%, the reason why I'm talking about 2.7% is because that's the level at this trend line. That would be 2.7% roughly at that trend line being retested. So at today's current market cap, this would take XRP to about $1.42. If we're talking about XRP, I know that right now it's having a little bit of a sell-off, but it did recently touch over $1.23, which is very significant. Outside of the $3 trillion in terms of market cap, what about $5 trillion? Well, that would take XRP to about a $135 billion market cap at that 2.7% dominance. That would be about a $2.37 XRP. But at 7 trillion, that would be 189 billion. That would be $3.32 for XRP. Now, what's crazy about this, okay, is that these are very low dominance levels. And it's still hitting about $3.32, roughly a new all-time high for XRP. And this is a very low market cap as well for XRP. A lot of people say 189 billion. That's insane. Guys, let's just really quick. I just want to show you guys something. So Solana is sitting at about 102 billion right now. Ethereum is sitting at about 380 billion right now. BNB, $90.5 billion right now. These are just the numbers that we are seeing in this space currently during Bitcoin season. We're not in alt season yet. So if we're thinking about that, are we really going to question if $189 billion for market cap for XRP is that significant? Or how about if we go back to the historical snapshots, okay, and we go all the way back to January of 2017, or sorry, let's go back to January of 2018. I apologize. XRP's market cap was $130 billion in 2018. Guys, we're talking about $189 billion here in a market that has trillions of dollars tied to it now. Versus 2018, crypto is completely different. So that opens the door to my next area of interest, which is 4%. The average of ADA, and also the average that XRP has hit in the last roughly 2 major moves above this trend line, which is 4% here, also roughly 6% here. But the reason why I'm going off of 4% is because I'm being conservative. If we're still looking at about 4% here at 3 trillion today's market cap, that's a $2.10 XRP. That's breaking over the 2021 high. At 5 trillion, we're talking about 200 billion, $3.51. And then at 7 trillion, 280 billion, $4.92, which is why I'm very conservative when I say 5 to 7 is my initial targets. Initial, by the way, keyword there. The way that I'm looking at this, though, okay, is XRP is obviously one of the largest projects in the space, has been around for a very long time. And if XRP were to break its all-time high, let me ask you all this. What do you think the overall reaction from the retail sector will be? Because I don't believe that the retail sector will see it break a new all-time high and say, all right, well, that's it, it's done. The way that I foresee this working out is that if XRP breaks a new all-time high, and say for dominance, it's around roughly 4 to 6%. We don't know how high dominance is going to go. It's questionable. If retail starts buying the hype, we're seeing XRP everywhere. Ripple's talking about, XRP this or the, ROUSD on the XRP ledger. We start to see tokenization, announcements, big announcements. XRP's already on Robinhood, all major exchanges. Is it crazy to say that XRP could potentially hit 10% dominance like it has many times in the past? Just for reference, let me throw, the 10% level on the chart so that you guys can see. So this is like a little bit over 10%. Just so you guys know, this is how many times XRP has been trading above 10% dominance, okay? Or around it. That is a very significant amount of time, especially considering the fact that I'm on the weekly chart. I'm not even on the daily. Let's go back to the daily and just let me show you guys how many daily candles this actually is. XRP has been well above 10% many, many times in its entirety of history. So if we're talking about that, and if we're really thinking about this logically, would it be crazy to have XRP experience a much larger run to 10% dominance, considering the fact that since going all the way back to these candles here on this chart, we're talking about 2017, 2018, because we can't even count 2020 to 2021 because of the SEC lawsuit stifling, price action. Would it be crazy to expect XRP to hit 10% dominance? I don't think it would be. And you got to remember that, we're talking about 2.7% here. If we're talking about 10% of 3 trillion, we're talking about a $300 billion market cap. Okay? And if we're talking about 5 trillion, we're talking about 500 billion. And at 7 trillion, we're talking about $700 billion in market cap. But if we hit $10 trillion for the market cap of crypto and XRP is maintaining 10% dominance, you're talking about a $1 trillion market cap for XRP. All right. These are very significant levels. And this also shows you just how fast things can change, though. I always stress this in this market. When everyone is getting so bearish, for an example, I just want to kind of show you guys something real quick. So this is the last year for XRP. Everyone was expecting every single nice little run up on XRP to be sold off. And even leading into the beginning of November, everyone was done with XRP. Everyone was done with altcoins. And then out of nowhere, we see a massive candle ignite for XRP. This space can completely overshoot any expectations. It can shock you overnight. And as we look at XRP, I do believe that this is an altcoin that a lot of people will be shocked overnight by what XRP does. And no, that's not me selling you guys the used car. I just think that if we're talking about an altcoin that for well over, and let's go all the way back to roughly, the end of December when we got the, announcement of the lawsuit, for an altcoin that has been dead set on just going sideways, it's been stifled, price action has basically been killed, momentum basically killed because the SEC, for an altcoin that has been going through this for 1,421 days, don't you think that, considering the fact that that weight seems to be lifted, we see a new administration coming in, talking about utility projects, talking about embracing innovation, pushing the space forward. We have Ripple meeting with Trump. Don't you think that it's time for XRP to seek vengeance? I personally believe it will. And I also think that it's going to shock a lot of people overnight. And I know that you guys have heard that so far many times. But when we talk about XRP doing what XRP is doing right now, that's unheard of. I mean, this is like one of the largest moves in a very long time, getting very close to its 2021 high, by the way. I do think that we need to start talking about people being shocked by what XRP does next. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.